welcome to my video. So I just wanted to talk to you about this today. So in the past, I talked about this some in my last vlog. In the past, I've had problems you probably wouldn't know from my YouTube channel because I dress modestly and normally, but over the past years, I don't know, 5 years or something, I have a problem with I get urges to, and I post like on Facebook or Instagram like kind of provocative, sexy pictures with less clothing, and I usually I still have some on my Instagram that are less bad, but a lot of them I have in the past then taken them down soon after and apologized. I still actually have a lot on Instagram, but they're not as bad. So just recently, I don't know, a couple weeks ago or something, I thought it would be cool to take a picture like naked, but just like covering yourself like with your leg and positioning yourself so your parts aren't showing, and I thought that would be cool. So I took some pictures. I thought I got a cute one finally, because in the past I've actually tried to take a picture like that many times and I always think they look ugly, so I'm like, oh, I found a cute one. So I decided to post it on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, and it got to my former bishop that's in this church presidency, and he texted me and said it was inappropriate and that I should take it down, and then he wanted me to come meet with him about it, and I did, and he told me I can't be posting pictures like that, and so I did take that one down. So I don't know, I've just continually did this, and it's not really in line with my religious beliefs. Like, we're taught to dress modestly. I don't judge any other women that choose to dress however they want, to love themselves and how they want to express themselves. I don't judge, but so that's just kind of like how my religion is taught to dress modestly. So I just couldn't, like I talked about in my last vlog, I just didn't know where this came from. Like, I just couldn't, I'm like, I don't know why I posted. I just thought it was cool. I really don't know. I just have no idea why I keep doing this, why I did it again. And this one's like worse. I actually, a few years back, did post another naked picture, completely naked, but covering myself. So I did do that again. But I just couldn't figure out, didn't know why I did it. So anyways, I went to therapy today, and I told my therapist about what happened with the picture that I recently posted, and I'm just like, I don't know why I keep doing this or why I did this again. And she told me, she's like, do you want me to tell you what I think? And I'm like, yeah. And she says, I think it's directly related to mania or hypomania. She thinks, she's told me before that she thinks I have schizoaffective disorder. In the past, I've been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and also they thought it was schizoaffective disorder, so she thinks that it's schizoaffective disorder. Bipolar type, so that is, schizoaffective disorder is a combination between schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. So yeah, she told me that, yeah, she thought it was a direct link, she was sure, to mania and hypomania, and that makes sense to me now, and it just makes a lot of sense to me now. Recently I've felt like I was manic or hypomanic. She told me before, just because saw her like 3 hours a week for a while for a group, and then seeing her, that she's just seen me and thought I was manic or hypomanic. Usually, normally I need like a lot of sleep, like at least 8 hours to feel rested, but recently like I can get a lot less, like 5 hours, and I feel totally fine, like completely fine, no negative side effects of just sleep deprived, just like happy. And I think that's one symptom of mania or my hypomania. So I was reading the bipolar symptoms and of mania, hypomania, and one of them is hypersexuality. And I was thinking, because that is one of the symptoms of mania and hypomania is hypersexuality, and I was thinking that makes sense because she said it's related to mania and it's a sexual thing I am doing, kind of. And I read some things here I looked up. Hypersexuality is described as a dysfunctional preoccupation with sexual fantasies, urges, or behaviors that are difficult to control. So going with that, I've noticed, I've done this a lot in the past. This is probably too much information. Please don't judge me. But I feel like I could say it because it's part of the illness. But this has happened a lot in the past, and now I'm like noticing that it's part of mania, hypersexuality or hypomania. Like reading about this, like I will just get tons of like sexual type thoughts or fantasies, whatever you want to call them, like over and over and over again for long periods of time. They're mainly always about women because I like women. And like I said in my other video, I think they're mild, like I don't have gross thoughts that I think are like gross. They're more like, and I probably sound like an idiot and weird, like that I don't understand this, or that I should understand this or know what I'm talking about, but it's more like, it's more of a, not, it's like a thought, but it's more like a feeling, like, this is too much information, like, it's a like I'm preoccupied with sexual thoughts, but more like sexual feelings, like, because it's more of a feeling than mostly, well, just kind of, it's like a simple thought, then it's more like a feeling. So you probably, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I probably sound so stupid, and this is too much information, but it's still part of like a preoccupation. Thinking about it is usually like the same scenario over and over and over and over again, and still preoccupation with sexual thought, but it's more like a feeling, like but a thought, but it's not like extravagant thoughts. That's why I say that's not like gross. But wow, that's too much information. Just trying to explain that to you. You guys can probably use the correct words if you talk about it in the comments, that I'm like, oh, that's what it means. I guess the word for that would be like arousal would be the word. I don't know how everybody else's brains work, but like, I don't know, I should look into that, reading how, so I can understand that. But yeah, just generally I guess it's called a heightened sex driver. It's from Hypersexuality. I think maybe you I don't know if other people understand what I'm talking about, but I don't know why I felt the need to go into detail about that. And I notice when I'm feeling like that, I feel like I'm hypomanic or manic, and just looking back now, I'm just noticing that when I'm hypomanic or manic, which my therapist has said that she's noticed me getting, is I'll have those thoughts, feelings, like a lot, which, just like looking back at it now puts it more into perspective. It's mostly about women I'm attracted to. So, well, that's the only thing they're about is women I'm attracted to. But it's hard to like defocus your thoughts. It's kind of difficult. I don't know how other people's brains work, or if that makes sense. And like I'll just, it's like I'll think of something that someone said, or like a scenario, or yeah, I just will think about it over and over and over again, which is a preoccupation with yeah, sexual fantasies. So I've just noticed, and I noticed when I started feeling like I was getting manic or hypomanic, that this started happening again. And so I feel like that they relate a lot. And so I just think that the thoughts and then just lead to like me wanting to take those pictures, pictures like that, because I'm like hypersexual. And when you're hypersexual, you have like poor judgment, is one thing I read. And you're impulsive is one thing about it. So I feel like that is related, so it's good to be aware of. That's too much information. I don't know why I feel the need to share too much information, but I really don't know. That's something that I feel like I should know, but I don't know at the moment. I guess I did talk about that before, that I did read that one reason you're too open is you don't have appropriate boundaries and you're trying to connect with people. If you don't have like friends, like close friends, or so you're trying to connect with people because you don't have proper boundaries. Also, one thing that my therapist said today was, do you think you would post these photos if you were married? And I honestly said, well, it made me really uncomfortable to answer that, but I'm honestly like, you know, maybe I wouldn't, because like I don't have an intimate relationship with anyone, and that might change. I don't know, it might, I think she was onto something, that might change like I don't know how that works. I've never had an intimate relationship with someone else, but then I would feel like I was getting my fix, or like having that emotional, intimate, sexual relationship with someone, so I didn't feel the need to share revealing, provocative pictures of myself. I think that I was kind of thinking about that, but you know, I've never been in that kind of relationship, so I don't know if that would fix that. I don't know. I don't know. Right now, I don't have a current temple recommend, which is like the thing that says you're worthy to go to the temple. And usually whenever I posted a picture like this, I would get called to the bishop's office, and then he would like suspend my recommend, doesn't let me go for a while. And I would be devastated. I would have complete mental breakdowns, devastated. It would make my mental illness so much worse. It would just make me feel horrible, and it didn't help like the sexual thoughts or sexual behaviors. It didn't help them at all. I think it just made them worse. So I feel like this time that he called me in, he would have probably suspended my temple recommend, but and even the last time that I got called in, I don't remember what I did last time. So, but since I don't have a temple recommend, he can't suspend it. So my only worry is I'm trying to work towards to get my temple recommend back, but I can't guarantee that I won't post another picture like this, because it's just something, I try not to do it, but it's something that for years that I end up doing, and I can't guarantee that I'm not going to do it again. So I don't know what to say there. My therapist said something like, maybe would they think differently, like the bishop or something, if they knew that it was part of your illness. So I don't want to excuse myself or say that, and like I try not to, but it is a symptom of mental illness. And that makes sense because my therapist said it, she thought it was directly related to the mania, and that makes sense that it would be the hypersexuality then. So I don't know what else I should say. Let me see if I have any of these. And it looks like I read that hypersexuality usually isn't talked about or addressed by psychiatrists, even though it says, well, hypersexuality is listed as one of the primary symptoms of bipolar in the DSM, Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 4th edition. But many psychiatrists refer to it almost as an afterthought, if at all, when forming a diagnosis. So, yeah, they don't really talk about it. Maybe it makes them uncomfortable, I think. I maybe read something about that. They don't want to talk about it because it makes them uncomfortable, but it's actually a major symptom of bipolar hypersexuality. It's, like I said, it's one of the primary symptoms. So, okay, and then I was reading all these articles about it, and there's this woman said this about having this, and she said, I asked for professional help year after year, and then she said, what's wrong with me? I wasn't raised this way. Why can't I control my sexual behavior? And no one had answers. So I could just relate to that totally with my religion, and I could totally relate to that. So I don't even know. I just wanted to like say the epiphany. I didn't remember the epiphany about what my therapist told me about it, because I just don't know why I do that. And then it just dawned on me, like, the thoughts that I was having that are a little like over the top, like much, just to keep thinking about like sexual things over and over and over and over again, like excessively. I don't do it all the time, but it leads to these taking pictures eventually when I do, but I was just thinking that's kind of off. So I hope you don't think I'm gross or something. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of talk about that. And now I just kind of feel bad, like even several people that have made me feel so bad for posting that picture, and I just kind of feel bad like going to church with, because I'm friends with a lot of people on Facebook that I go to church with, and just thinking that they're all judging me for it when I go to church. So it makes me feel kind of bad. But I don't like, it makes me sad when people like will unfollow me or on Instagram, or don't want to be friends with me anymore, or think badly of me because of me doing that. So I just wish that didn't happen. So I don't know what else to say about it. Like, my perspectives change a lot. And I just say them at the moment. Like, before I did think I had hypersexuality, but then I kind of forgot about it and started thinking, I don't know, my perspective and my thoughts change over time, and then like I'll forget about something. I don't know if other people's brain was like that. I'll just and then I'll think, like I was thinking maybe it wasn't hypersexuality before, and that was a long time ago. I made a video on that, but I took that down. But just at this time, like people kept telling me that it was so inappropriate and that I shouldn't be doing things like this, and I just didn't like know. I just my brain at the time, I was just at a loss that I couldn't figure out why I did that, and I just didn't think that it would have to do with my mental illness or bipolar. So I think it was nice that my therapist pointed it out, because it is kind of odd thing to do within my beliefs and morals or my church. It's kind of like an off thing to do, and not a lot of people post naked pictures of themselves online. And like, it's nice knowing there's like a reason, there's actually a reason behind it, and now I like know why, so that's good. But I'll still try not to post, I mean, I still have some up, but it's like I can't on like Instagram, but I can't like go over that line of what's really inappropriate, which I accidentally crossed this last time. But I don't know, yeah, so just hypersexuality is a symptom of bipolar disorder, so I just wanted to address that. I was going to make this into a vlog, but then I just decided to sit down and talk. Thank you all for those that stick around and support me, and I'm sorry if I don't respond to your comments. I'm very grateful for all the kind comments, and I read them all unless I miss some, or I'm pretty sure I get to reading them all. And I'm grateful for those. Thank you all that support me and watch my videos. I'm so grateful, and for taking the time to watch my videos, and I love you all so much. Okay, thank you for watching. God bless.